what we can do now is we can finally finish off this Happy Mask side quest. And the person that we traded to, that, as I said, now that we have the Giant's Wallet, finally appears in the world, is the fabled Hyrule Marathon Runner. And basically he just runs circles in this giant pathway around Hyrule Field. And he runs in this kind of counterclockwise path. So basically there's nothing for it. We just gotta kind of keep running until eventually we encounter him. This part might get a little boring. And I'm sorry to say I can't really tell where he will appear. Like I said, we just got to keep running. However, you'll see now it's slowly getting darker. And that actually is going to work to our benefit, because at night... I can see him just off in the distance there. Just off in the distance. He's just up ahead running. There's one of those nasty pea hats that popped up that when we get close, we're going to want to avoid him. Because that's a type of pea hat that... Whoa! Hang on, that's not what I have to say here. Let's go check inside the Temple of Time. Yes, okay, we will get there eventually. But, so this Marathon Runner guy is kind of tricky to catch up with. But you'll see we finally found him. Oh, and look at that. At this specific time, he decides to sit down right in the middle of the night. If I had managed to talk to him just an instant earlier there, he would have said, I can't remember, something to the effect of, don't bother me, I'm training, I'm practicing, like, my running or whatever, I don't have time to talk now, and he would have just kept on running. So what you would have had to have done, in effect, is just continue to follow him, and continue to kind of hang out with him until the specific moment in time at night where he decides to finally take a rest and sit down. And now that he's sitting down, I actually have a chance to chat with him here. In old times, I heard there were many wild rabbits in the land of Hyrule. Not anymore, though, because of excessive hunting. I want to become a rabbit, listen to the wind with those ears, hop across the ground with those legs. Even if I can only pretend. So, there you go. There's the prompt that we needed. Let me take out these stall children here. That obviously we should put on the bunny ears and show him what we've got. Ooh, now he's all excited. I bet with those long ears you can hear the voices. Oh, these are genuine rabbit ears from the animal of legend. I don't care how expensive it is. Please sell it to me. Yes, just trust me. Do not select no way. This is what this has all been building towards, and this is the reason why you needed the Giant's Wallet for this transaction to take place, why he doesn't even appear in the game until you get the Giant's Wallet, because look how desperate he is to buy this mask off of you. When you agree to sell it to him, this happens. As he says, I don't care how expensive it is, please sell it to me. Yes. My longtime dream, returning to the wildlife, finally, the actor, stage, and prop have been united. It's a 50 rupee mask, but he paid you a crazy amount of money for it. More money than you can count. Go back to the mask shop and pay back just 50 rupees of this money. Look at this! Look at this! It just keeps coming. It just keeps pouring in. This is why we wanted the Giant's Wallet, because he fills your wallet to the brim. Look at that! 500 rupees. Well, I hope it was worth it for him. And now, check this out. If we turn it today, I'm going to want to turn it today anyway, because these stall children are starting to get annoying. But, check this out now. Turn it back today. Whoa! Look at him take off, bolting away. There's no way we could catch up with him. Boy, that bunny hood really did help him. Taking off like the wind. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Oh, crap! That pea hat is scary! Run away, run away, run away! If you think that's scary now, as a little kid playing this game, man, that scared the crap out of me. Well, I guess I wasn't that old when I played the game. I would have been in high school, but still. Considerably younger than I am now, let me tell you. But, what we can do is, first I want to make my way once more back to Zora's River again, so that we can take advantage of the fact that we've now got all this money, that we can finally purchase that final magic bean. That way we can just get that out of the way and I won't have to think about it anymore. And then once we're done that, we'll make our way back to the Happy Mask shop and pay back just 50 rupees for the mask, because that's apparently all it was worth. Talk about profit. That's great. Okie doke. Alright. We have magic beans. Do you want them? Huh? 100 rupees for one piece. Like, he thinks there's no way you're going to be stupid enough to buy it. But if you are, he's rolling in it. Yes, we will buy it off of you. Got a magic bean, blah, blah, blah. So that's it. Pardon me? So now, if we try to talk to him and try to buy more from him, this happens. Oh, too bad, we're sold out. Chomp chomp. What? Oh, these beans are not for sale. So that's it. So we've officially bought all of the magic beans that it's possible to in the game. So now, once we have planted our final magic bean, that will let us know that we've covered all the bases and that there's no more bean beds to find in the game. Because after all, there's only, well, maybe this isn't an assumption you would necessarily make, but, well, I'll just tell you now, there's no more, or I should say, there's only exactly as many bean beds in the game as there are magic beans to plant in them. So, you don't have to worry about, like, strategizing which bean beds you want to plant beans in. You're able to plant beans in all of them. Just before we go over to the Happy Mask shop, here is one of those secrets that our friend, the Stone of Agony, would be pointing out to us if we had a Rumble Pack equipped. Right by this tree here, it would be rumbling, pointing out a secret here. What we can do is right by this tree, if we plant a bomb, the bomb blast will reveal a hidden hole. So we can drop down into here. And be careful of that shadow. That indicates there's a big Skulltula right there. So we'll take him out. And then, up here, we'll find a gold Skulltula. So, we'll grab that token. Good stuff. Now, we can make our way back to the Happy Mask shop. Of course, because it's night, the drawbridge is up, so we're going to have to make it day again. Bye! You just pop up and then sink right back down again. And Happy Mouse Shop. Boy, it's been a while since we were last here. Oh, great. You sold it. Please pay me back 50 rupees for the bunny hood now. Oh, yeah. Very well done. All the masks are sold out. I knew I could trust you. As a reward, I will lend you this special mask. This is the Mask of Truth. It is a mysterious mask passed down by the Shaika. With this mask, you can see into other people's minds. It's useful, but scary. Why is it scary? You may find out as you grow older and discover the true meaning of life. How deep? Ho ho ho! Alright. Borrowed a Mask of Truth. Where see to show it off. Show it to many people. From now on, you can borrow any mask you want. Just have faith. So if you talk to him again, here, check this out. Welcome, which mask can I lend to you? If we go over here, look at that. We can now borrow the 4 masks that we've previously sold off, in addition to some new masks that show up too. Zora mask, free to borrow. You'll look cool while you're swimming if you wear this mask. Goron mask, this round face makes you a little happier. And the Gerudo mask. With its charming eyes, it makes a great lady's disguise. So this is just kind of a novelty of the game. It's a fun little thing that you can borrow these masks anytime you like and basically wear them and talk to different people, and you'll get different responses. So it's just sort of a little something extra for people that have maybe played the game a lot and want to get a little bit more of an experience out of the game that they haven't had before. But ultimately, it is just a novelty. There's nothing actually special that you can achieve with any of these masks. So I'll leave it to you to decide how much or how little you want to do that. But ultimately, there's no real extra rewards or secrets that you can uncover. Basically, all it is just seeing what different responses you can get from different people throughout the world. Of course, it should be noted that you can only carry 1 mask at a time, so whichever mask you currently have down in the slot here, you'll just swap it out for that mask. So if we were to swap the Mask of Truth for another mask and then decide later we do actually want the Mask of Truth, we're going to have to come all the way back to the Happy Mask shop and trade back for it again. But Mask of Truth is the only one that we want. So I'll just give a little demonstration. We're not going into the Temple of Time just yet, but we're going to make our way up just this way, just because this is a good example, because there happen to be 4 of these Gossip Stones here. And now that we have the Mask of Truth, if we wear it, we can actually talk to them. So again, there's so many Gossip Stones throughout all of Hyrule, I'm not going to waste the time it takes to try to track down all of them and talk to all of them, but it's just something a little bit neat, again, something extra. Sometimes they just give you some fun gossip, some interesting lore about the world. Other times they might reveal certain secrets about Hyrule, but ultimately it's just superfluous stuff. It's not anything you actually need. And again, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to fill you in on all the secrets that you're going to need to know anyway. But so I'll just give you a little example here. We can check while wearing the mask. Responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that Gerudos sometimes come to Hyrule Castle Town to look for boyfriends. Responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this, so it always starts that way. They say that it is against the rules to use glasses at the treasure chest shop in Hyrule Castle Town Market. So this one's got to say. They say that Malin of Lon Lon Ranch hopes a knight in shining armor will come and sweep her off her feet someday. And then this here, responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that Malin set the original record in the obstacle course of Lon Lon Ranch. That's interesting. Alright, so just some fun little stuff there. But again, I'm probably not going to bother with any more of that. Tracking down and talking to Gossip Stones. But just to give you an idea of what to expect, that's basically how it works. Alright. So we will exit the town square. And now what we're going to do is actually, we're going to make our way back to Lon Lon Ranch. Because once again, there are things that we can do there that we couldn't do before. You recall last time we were there, we talked to Malin, and she taught us Epona's song, which apparently has mystical properties related to the pony Epona, that apparently, when played, tamed her and made her not so shy around us anymore. And we were also able to play Talon's Super Kuko game, and we got a bottle of Lon Lon milk off of him. We talked briefly with Ingo, who's sort of the mean, grumpy, stable hand. And if you'll remember, we rolled into this tree and got ourselves a gold Skulltula. And then in that building way back there, we found a piece of heart. Now, the things that we can do while we're here are only things that we can achieve at night. So we will play our sun song, Turn It to Night. And now we will grab some more gold Skulltulas that, again, only appear at night, but we couldn't get before. Now, we can get that one hiding up there and retrieve it, thanks to our handy boomerang. There will be another one way back on the far back wall over this way. Gotta be a little bit careful around here, though, because at night, these enemies appear that don't appear during the day. I think they're called Gwei. They're sort of like keys. In fact, they're basically exactly like keys. Only keys are like bats, and Gweis are like birds or something. They're sort of like these geese sort of enemies. But they're exactly the same. They're just these flying enemies, and yeah, function and behave exactly the same way. And attack in exactly the same way. The only difference is you'll never encounter any Gwei that are on fire. Sometimes there's fire keys, right? And we'll get the gold Skulltula that's up here. And there's one more gold Skulltula back here on the back of the part of the corral. Oh man, so many of these Gwei around. Yeah, and we don't need the boomerang in order to get this one, but we didn't bother getting it before because I just thought it'd be a waste of time to come all the way back here at nighttime when I always knew I was going to come back for those other two Skulltulas at nighttime anyway, so I knew in my head I was just going to get this one while I was here. So now we got that one. We can play Sun Song, turn it back to daytime. And because this is an area where time doesn't pass, it'll just zip us all the way back to the entrance again. Which is convenient because we're done here, so we'll just exit the area and continue on our merry way. I think perhaps what I will do actually, before I do anything else, is I will make my way back to the Lost Woods and complete the final task that we can do at the forest stage. I'm going to do that now. Oh, look at that in the distance there. You can see the marathon runner zooming by. I wonder if it's even possible to catch up to him. Oh, we're going the wrong way, though. I got kind of turned around there when I exited the ranch. Ah! Run away! Run away! Dang pea-hat. And I'm pretty sure in the past I showed how it's actually pretty easy to take out those enemies, but again, in the interest of saving time, I'm just going to blow past them. But yeah, anyway, I was saying, yeah, there's one more reward that we can get from the forest stage that we couldn't get before. The reason being is because now we have the Mask of Truth in our possession. And actually, now that I think about it, there's also something else that we can do while we're in the area. There's another gold Skulltula that we can get. Now, we actually got the gold Skulltula that's here in the forest that appears only at nighttime. It was behind the house of the Know-It-All Brothers. And we did that thing where we killed it with our slingshot, and then we were able to retrieve it even though it was slightly up on the wall. It wasn't so high that we couldn't get it. Without the boomerang, the way we did it, if you remember, was we did this nifty little backflip. And that gave us just enough height to get up. But we're returning all the way back to the very first dungeon of the game. The Great Deku Tree. This is even kind of creepier now because the Deku Tree is now long since deceased, and yet we're just going to wander back into its now rotting tree corpse. I don't even want to think about it. And the reason we're coming back here is to retrieve a gold Skulltula that we couldn't get to before. So we're going to come up this way, and then back this way. Luckily, all of these sort of obstacles have already been basically taken care of. So we don't have to retrace our steps too far. In fact, it's right here already. Remember, keep to the right here. And even though we couldn't get in this area last time we were here, we at least already burned down the cobweb that was blocking this area, so we don't have to take care of that anymore. But now that we have both bombs and boomerangs, we can get in here. We didn't have bombs, obviously, the first time through. And you can hear the sound of a gold Skulltula in this room, which I think is up on the wall here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Take it down, and with our boomerang, retrieve it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, look at that. Look at our map. Dun, dun, dun. Look at the top. Okay, so we can't actually select it, but at the top of the map there, we've got our gold Skulltula icon now appears. So we now finally have all of the gold Skulltulas in this dungeon. So we're finally done with the very first dungeon in the entire game. We're only now finished with. So that now makes, if I'm not mistaken, 2 areas. Yes, we also have the last dungeon inside the belly of Jabu Jabu. We also got all the gold Skulltulas there. And actually, no, come to think of it, there's a 3rd area, the one that we literally just finished, a Long Run Ranch. I didn't think to point it out on the map that the Skulltula icon also would have appeared there, but yeah, we got all the gold Skulltula tokens there as well. So that's not bad. How many are we up to now? 36. Not bad at all. Okay. Climb our way all the way up. Whoa, make sure that Deku Baba doesn't knock us all the way right back down. Exit the Deku Tree respectfully. Rest in peace, my old friend. And now, we'll make our way back to the Lost Woods. This place is pretty at night, at least. It's very calm, isn't it? Very serene. And while I'm getting there, I will equip our Mask of Truth. Or at least slot it to the appropriate C button. Really, I should have done this in the order of waiting until I got this mask before I bothered to come back here to plant those magic beans, because we're coming back to this exact same area again. We could have saved a little bit of time this way. Oh well, no matter. Recall the 4 stages right here where those butterflies are hovering around, or around here somewhere. There we go. Just gotta kind of feel around for it. And like we did with the other masks that we tried here, we will wear the mask and then stand here in the spotlight. Actually, we'll stand here first and then equip the mask. There we go. That was interesting. The last time we got a good reaction of these guys, they all popped up and danced around, and but these guys, it's almost like they're kind of intimidated. a little bit. Look at that. We come over to the main guy here and talk to him. All my young Deku Scrub brothers say you have a horrible face. But don't worry, we will reward you with many Deku nuts. Of course, we will also enable you to carry more of them. Abracadabra. Alakazam! You can now carry even more Deku nuts. You can carry up to 40 nuts. Alright. So look at that. So now we have our Deku stick capacity upgrade that has been upgraded twice. And now the same can be finally said for our Deku nut capacity. 40. Alright. You might view that as a relatively minor reward, but for the sake of completing everything there is, and as I explained before, we can just take any exit here and it'll spit us back out the way we want to go. Oh, look, there's another Gossip Stone up there. Yeah, for the sake of getting everything it's possible to get in the game and being a completionist, if you were so inclined, it's worth pointing out that that's how you can do it. Okay. So I dare say that's pretty much all we're going to need the Mask of Truth for, I think. We're basically done with everything mask-related in the game. So now, we will make our way down south to a new area of the game. Technically, we have visited this area very briefly, but only momentarily, and because we didn't enter the area the way you normally would on foot, as we're about to, it was relatively unannounced. First visit. Now we're going to do it properly. Which reminds me, actually, we're going to be encountering another little hidden area here. Namely, where we're going to is Lake Hylia, which you'll recall is where we briefly traveled to via a portal in Zora's Domain, and we had to go there just for a moment in order to find the bottle that held Princess Rudo's letter in it. Now here's a little hole here, but that's actually a red herring. It's not the one we're interested in. The one we're interested in is hidden right here in between this fenced area here. You see, here's the sign. Lake Hylia is this away. Again, our Stone of Agony would be rumbling right around here, indicating there's a secret right in the middle of this sort of courtyard here. So we put a bomb right in the center of this square space. It reveals a hole. If we drop down in here, we will find a business scrub. Very important business scrub. Because if we decide to do business with him, he will sell us. Alright, you win. In return for sparing me, I will sell you a piece of heart. You see how important this one was. 10 rupees! Boy, that's a deal and a half. That's a steal. Okay. Thank you very much. Got a piece of heart. You completed another heart container. Maximum life energy is increased. Alright. We are now up to 9. Not bad. And look at that. He even drops 3 rupees for us. So really, it only cost us 7. 7 mere rupees for another heart.